Hello and welcome to this very special edition of the Pro Video Show, where we're looking back at IBC 2018 and what was a successful, jam-packed 5-day broadcast expo. In its 51st year, the International Broadcasting Convention attracted over 55,000 attendees from 170 countries around the world, showcasing more than 1,700 of the world's key technology suppliers across 15 exhibition halls. For the 26th year running, RAI Amsterdam was the host for this industry-leading event. The Pro Video team were there bringing you daily highlights and announcements and exhibiting their latest in 3XS-powered post-production solutions alongside PNY Technologies, who were demonstrating the capabilities of the all-new Quadro RTX GPUs.
Here we are partner Nvidia and also our partners such as Scan Computers, showing off our latest GPU technology. We're showing multiple different kinds of workflow, from Adobe Blackmagic traditional post-production workflow through to denoising, ray tracing, anti-aliasing and stylized transfer. The benefit of having AI as part of our super slow-mo demonstrations is that normally when you run super slow-mo, you'll have frame drop, or there'll be frames that you can't populate. Using AI, we can analyze where the next frame is going to be. So you can actually insert the next frame using AI. So you improve your frames per second, even though actually you're recording at a lower frame rate. The image will look smoother and you'll be able to run it at a higher frame rate compared to normal. RTX cores also allow us to do a more AI-driven denoising process using our new Nvidia RTX SDKs. So what that means in reality is that we can guess where the pixels are missing information and be able to populate them quicker. So we'll be able to ray trace and render out the scene at a higher fidelity quicker than we've done previously. The benefit with that is that you can either work on a larger workflow with a similar GPU to what you had in the past, or you'll be able to run a similar scene on a lower GPU, which you can save on the budget as well.
Moving over to Hall 5, and there was some very exciting news coming from the impressive Blackmagic stand.
So we're showing the Pocket Cinema Camera 4K, which we announced at NAB, shortly about to start shipping to customers and have these in the hands of all those people that pre-ordered it as soon as possible. Pocket Cinema Camera 4K is a 4/3 sensor, offers 13 stops of latitude, has raw internal recording. It's a micro 4/3 mount, so customers that maybe had the original Pocket camera or are using that platform immediately can use those lenses. Down the side of the camera, we have a set of I/O on the side. So we have professional audio inputs with a mini XLR, that's a balanced audio professional input. And we also have a mini jack, so we've got multiple audio options, as well as some microphones either side if you're using just onboard audio. It's a lockable 12-volt DC, so that's a more professional, more robust connection for power. We have a full HDMI output, so that's 10-bit 1080 output for monitoring. And then the actual battery system itself is a Canon battery system. Will give you about 50 to 1 hour's worth of recording. And then internal media is both CFast and SD to support all the ProRes family of options and CFast for RAW. Blackmagic RAW is something we're going to look at maybe introducing to this camera in due course as well. And then if you've used any of the existing Blackmagic Ursa products, you'll be used to the same touchscreen control that we've got. So we've got a nice big LCD on the back we can use for focus, but we've got RAW built in, plus some lossless codecs. ProRes, as I said, is available. And then when we actually go into the use of the camera, all of these touchscreens allow us to have access to all the camera control we want. So it's a very nice, neat camera in terms of operation. It's lightweight at 720 grams, but it's fully packed with power with 13 stops of latitude and RAW capability built in. And then at the show here, we've announced Blackmagic RAW. So this is a fundamentally new way of looking at how we handle RAW processing and file delivery for 10-bit nonlinear RAW in the Ursa Mini Pro 4.6K today. There's an updater available on the website so that customers with this camera can see the benefits of RAW. It has some constant bitrate options built in there and a constant quality control as well. So it's a brand new way of working with RAW. And also it's an end-to-end file system, so we can actually acquire it in the camera. We can edit that file because it isn't as heavy or process intensive as Cinema DNG, but we can still color grade it with all of that latitude and processing in DaVinci Resolve. And then also we have DaVinci Resolve 15.1 to support the new Blackmagic RAW codec. and that gives us some color control tools inside the DaVinci for handling that new format. And also with some of the sidecar and advanced metadata tools that are with Blackmagic Raw, we can actually choose to throw away the video profile that was recorded in camera, unlock the RAW underneath, and then reprocess or manage metadata through the entire post-production chain just using DaVinci Resolve. Next to that, we also have a brand new Blackmagic Raw player. So if you're on a laptop or you don't have DaVinci installed, you can still open those files and view that video back in actual RAW format. And it doesn't matter if you're on a Mac or PC or any other workstations, the color profile of those RAW files will stay the same throughout, which is something we've not been able to do with Cinebench in the past. So Blackmagic Raw is a really interesting, really promising new codec. We're looking forward to seeing how people use in the coming months.
The Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K also includes a full version of DaVinci Resolve Studio, which is a complete post-production solution. A few of our production team here are very excited about this product. For more information and to place your pre-order, visit the link in the description. On our travels around the show, we also came across some awesome accessories for the Pocket Cinema Camera, including these rigs from Shape and Wooden Camera. Now over to Hall 12, where our friends at Manfrotto were showing off their latest carbon fibre tripods and the GorillaPod Pro from Joby.
First up, we've got our carbon twin leg tripods. Now, it's the first time we've done this in the twin leg. We've had our 535 and 536 single legs, which have been quite popular for some time. The great thing about this is that for our twin leg tripod, it's a 25% saving in weight, and from a rigidity perspective, it's 50% improvement over our 546 and 545 legs. They're available with a 100mm bowl, but also comes with a 75mm adapter, so no matter what head you put on it, it's going to do the job. On top of that, we're pairing it with both our Nitro 8 and Nitro 12 varieties, as well as the 504 heads too, so a really good range. From a pricing perspective, it's not a massive jump up either. So you're looking at £1,035, including VAT, for a Nitro 8 system. On top of that as well, we've had some really cool additions in the Joby range, where we've got the new GorillaPod Pro Video in both the 3K and 5K variety. These pair up with a really cool fluid head, and they include one of the Joby GorillaPod arms as well, which means you can attach a microphone, LED, even a second camera if you wanted to, and get nice smooth panning movement using the GorillaPod's legs, which gives you so much control to grip, wrap or stand it. So yeah, they're the new products that are here. There'll be loads more coming very soon, so watch this space.
Next door in Hall 11, we caught up with Panasonic, who told us about their latest remote cameras and 8K announcement.
So we have a few announcements actually, which are really exciting. We have a very strong heritage in pan, tilt, zoom cameras, remote cameras. They're being adopted more into things like conferencing, house of worship, but also things like esports, which is quite exciting. So we're finding a big boom in AV within that sense. We're very pleased to announce at this particular show, we're showcasing a brand new 4K PTZ. Supports 12G, over 4K, fiber, 1-inch sensor, 20 times zoom, like all these kind of things people have been very excited for. It means it's going to operate very well in low light. 4K at 50p is really exciting too. So now in AV we're really hitting that 4K standard, and we're seeing that go leaps and bounds. We have lots of different controlling methods, and we have a brand new controller to go with that, and it's called the AW-RP150. And that complements the 4K AW-UE150, because what that means now, we have a brand new joystick, it's easier, control interface, it's got touch panels, all this kind of thing. So operators are really going to like it. So in terms of our PTZ range, it's really gone through the roof. And just for Panasonic in general and the direction we're heading in, we actually announced 8K at the show as well. So we're showing 8K cropping. We're definitely going to see those kind of trends in the future where you're cropping within the sensor, not actually having to optically zoom. And that's a game changer in AV as well.
And finally, we headed over to Sonnet to find out about their latest products and news of a special offer.
Okay, so what we're looking at over here is our multi-GPU post-production workflow editing workstation. And what we're featuring is an iMac Pro with an onboard Vega 64 GPU, and not just one, but two EGFX breakaway box 650s with Radeon Pro WX 9100 cards inside, which is the top of the line from AMD. One of the nice things about external GPU support in Mac OS is it supports multiple GPUs running simultaneously. And here we're using Maxon Cinema 4D, and we've got a really nice rendering going. And what you can see is that we're utilizing the onboard GPU and both external GPUs, and the acceleration is linear. So you add one GPU to what's already on the iMac Pro, and you get double the performance. So it's outstanding performance boost. And what we're finding a lot of customers doing is buying an iMac Pro, buying a breakaway box with the 9100 for each workstation, and then buying several extras for the group. So when somebody has an extra demanding project, they just plug in, another GPU. And what's really cool about the 9100 versus the Vega 64 is that you can buy generally on the market is it comes with 16 gigabytes of RAM, which is important in these kinds of workflows. And it also comes with up to 10 years of support, and they have 24/7 support. So it's really a pro card. It's designed for pros. It's designed for continuous use, unlike a gaming card, which is a little less robust. And the great news is there's a special promotion going on right now with the Breakaway Box 650 and the Pro 9100 at a special bundle price available through Scan today.
And you can find out more about the Sonnet AMD bundle by visiting our website. We'll also have the link in the description for you. Well, what a fantastic show it was. We hope you've enjoyed our highlights from IBC 2018. Keep an eye out on our socials for more video content and information on all of the products mentioned in the show and more. Thanks, Amsterdam. See you next year.